Did you see the interview that Rachel did with MMA?
No.
She asked him about how many girlfriends he has. Yeah. And he's like, it was really funny. He just started giggling all over the place. He's like, and then he said, 3 years, only game. That's what it takes to be a champion.
Oh, MMA certainly is a championship band, but I'm pretty sure he has some girls as well. MMA is a good-looking guy. He's kind of cool. I like MMA.
He's a good dude, man. I had a lot of fun hanging out with him in Kiev.
I was there too. I don't know why you pretend I wasn't there.
I didn't mean to put it that way. I was kind of waiting for you to run with it. I was waiting for you to talk about the game that you beat him.
No.
Kev sits down next to MMA. He's like, hey, go practice game. MMA's like, okay. Kev stomps him. Yeah. 45-minute macro game.
That's not how it went.
It was Terminus. They mined out the map. Kev still wins. Out multitasks MMA.
Not true at all. So
right before MMA goes on to win the tournament, Kev's like, hey, when you get on my level, call me. In the meantime, I'm just going to cast your game.
That story is almost true, but it did not exactly unfold like that. The 45-minute macro game was a 9-minute game on Metalopolis, and we know what happened. But yeah, that was back then in Kiev. He is indeed a great guy.
Now you talking about the second game where he tried to cheese you and you held it easily.
No, not talking about that game. Yeah, we see Liquid HerO spawning on the right side of Duel's side, and we see Puzzle, Red Protoss, spawning on the left side of Duel's side. HerO is up 1-0. If HerO wins, he's going to be the #1 seed into the playoffs. And well, either way, only both these guys only have to win one remaining best of 5 to make it to Toronto. Man.
Yep. Tomorrow, the first games of the playoffs officially begin. Well, wild card playoffs. They're all going to be best of 5, so 4 best of 5s tomorrow. Rhett versus Thorazane, Beastie versus Moro. Beastie, the qualifier through the NASL Open tournament. Ooh, Puzzle loses his probe in the main base of HerO.
I'm surprised that HerO would do that he would pull all those probes. Because the moment you don't get that probe, you really lose quite a bit of mining time. But HerO must have been very sure that Puzzle was looking at something else. I guess he was using his probe on the same moment to harass. And that's often a moment that if you want to snipe the probe, you want to go for it. But yeah, Ben, continue. Tell us about those games that we have tomorrow. Because I see a very interesting name there as well.
Yeah, Beastie QT qualified for the through the NASL Open tournament, managed to win it. He was in the same Open qualifier as Dong Regu, and DRG is not the guy that won the tournament. Beastie QT is.
The same Beastie QT who killed FXO, all killed FXO today in the IPL
team. Who is living with us in the Casa de Roti and Bitter.
Yes.
Taking part in the Razor Academy. Beastie doing some good things, man. He's really shown some great gameplay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big best of 5 tomorrow, Ben. But yeah, tell us about the other games before the action really takes off.
Galaxy versus Hasu, and I guess Galaxy, one of the other Open winners. And Strelok TT1 also going to be taking place tomorrow. So lots of great games.
Yep, Galaxy the runner-up of the Open tournament, and well, Beastie the winner of our Open tournament. That's not the last. This also means, by the way, that for sure we will see both Galaxy and Beastie QT in the next season of the NASL. But those are not all the guys. We're going to have 2 more qualifiers, so 8 more people will make it into the NASL. And we're going to tell you guys all about that in the upcoming weeks.
One of those qualifiers will be hosted by Roti and myself.
Yes.
We're going to do it old school.
And we're going to go all out. Just sit in front of the camera and run a tournament.
Bring in the couch, bust out the whiskey.
Yes.
Run a 16-hour tournament, just like we did back in the days.
When we were still young and innocent.
In the good old days.
Yes.
Remember that weekend we spent at Takes Place?
When it was not about the money and the fame, but all about the passion.
We just cast for 36 hours straight. We don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, it still is, guys. No worries. We're just kidding. We see HerO dropping a few pilots. He's on double gate right now, so it's more of a fake aggression. Going for double gate Robo. Well, actually, Puzzle went for 1 gate Robo, Ben. He's already going to get his first Immortal out. Well, you can see that the Puzzle's not super worried about this pylon. He figured out.
Yeah, he's not sweating it.
Pylon over here doesn't seem very realistic. Most likely it would be over here.
Here, just going to morph in a couple more units here on that low ground, just to keep Puzzle nervous.
Yeah. I do think that HerO is going to try to run up and see what's going on. But the moment this Immortal pops, it's going to be very tough, because those Stalkers, they're going to fall like flies. Puzzle's going to fight. Is he going to force field? I would have loved to see him force field in at least 1 or 2 Stalkers, man.
Yeah, not quite a perfect force field, but still keeps him alive. And with this Immortal out, of course, HerO has no chance of persisting. Yep, see that? Boom! All the shields gone.
I missed the shot, but what I think is very surprising right now is that we see a super quick robotics bay. And the good thing is for Puzzle, Puzzle scouts the main base of HerO. And if I scout this ban, a 1 base Protoss who goes for robotics facility, I would say
Speed Prism Immortal.
Speed Prism Immortal sounds pretty good to me.
All day, every day. HerO also throwing down a robotics bay. He might be thinking the same thing. So we're going to get to see some...
Might just be Colossus as well, but I really think I would love the Speed Prism Immortal play.
I think the day of one-base Colossus play is kind of over, Kev.
It's still good against certain expand builds, but yeah, against one base, it's not very good. Well, Puzzle is going to open Colossus, man, so who are we?
Ooh, HerO cancels his Robotics Bay after the Observer leaves and throws out a Twilight Council.
Maybe he did that on purpose. Maybe HerO actually thinks that what Puzzle saw might trigger a reaction out of him to go for Warp Prism Immortal, and that's why he's going for Blink Stalkers, which is of course the perfect counter against Prism Immortal. I really think that's the thinking process or the thought process of HerO right now.
Puzzle taking it one step further says, I'm not going to bring out Speed Prism Immortal. I'm going to go Colossus, so I have a lot of units to fight against your Blink Stalkers.
And I don't think HerO is going to be very happy with that, man. It's not necessarily a default loss, not at all. He's already going to drop the well, with an expand it's going to be very tough. I don't think that HerO is going to be able to keep this expand alive against one-base Colossus.
Ooh, that will be...
It's probably going to be one... No, he's going to go for another Immortal. So 3 Immortal, 1 Colossus. But what I'm so surprised by is that he's also getting Thermal Lance.
Yeah, the Thermal Lance confuses me a bit. I can see pushing with 1 Colossus to crush Force Field, make sure that your Immortals can fight, but also getting Thermal Lance.
Well, I think he really wants to keep the Colossus alive to deal with the Zealots, because he goes for 3 Immortals, and that's really everything he ever needs to worry about Stalkers, because we all know what Immortals do with Stalkers. So I guess, well, HerO's still not dropping that base. Maybe HerO...
Yeah, HerO's just going to make a ton of Blink Stalkers. I mean...
Well, that's the right call.
Did he get an Observer into...
yeah, that's what I'm wondering about.
This is his first Observer, man. He hasn't seen anything. So, for whatever reason, HerO just feeling like he needs to have lots of units.
Sacrificing a probe over here, and now Puzzle's actually just going to drop the expand. I don't know, Dual Side has a lot of surface area to blink up and down, or a lot is maybe slightly exaggerated, but from over here to here, it's going to be quite hard to cover for Puzzle with only 1 Colossus.
I feel like we're witnessing something that Naniwa described.
What is it?
Naniwa once said that high-level Korean PvP is something that you watch it, and if you're not on the level, you just don't understand what you're seeing.
That's actually true.
And I don't actually understand what I'm seeing, Kev.
You see a lot of mind games, that's for sure. 1 Stalker will fall for HerO. HerO knows now what is going on, and HerO's going to try to make something happen with these Blink Stalkers. But he's going to have to be super careful as well. Yes, there is definitely room, and he knows where the army is, but... 3 Immortals, man.
Do not blink up there, HerO. And of course he's not going to. He is much too good for that.
Ooh, Colossus.
Oh, he's going to try to get the Colossus, gets 2 volleys off, and then backs up and takes minimal losses.
Damage. And these Zealots are a little bit out of position. 1 Zealot fell already. 2nd Zealot is going to fall. So far, really good job by HerO.
Takes some shield damage. And
might be able to get the Nexus now.
Nexus a little bit. No, but he's going to be able to do some damage. And
he picks up more and more units.
He's keeping Puzzle honest here. Like, Puzzle doesn't want to commit to a fight. Now that Colossus dies in 1 shot, but 2nd Colossus is out. And it's going to get really hard for HerO to continue committing to fights.
And the Observer fell from HerO, and that's a pretty big deal, because now Puzzle knows that at least for 30-45 seconds, he doesn't have to worry about Blink Stalkers blinking into his main base.
Oh, but Nexus is going to take a couple more shots. HerO. Oh, what are you doing, HerO? Blinking into the Immortals takes a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't think that was worth it.
That was very, very painful. If we look at units lost, we can see that HerO has lost substantially more resources than Puzzle has.
Up until this point, he did very well.
Yeah, but then he just 4 Stalkers for a Colossus. I mean.
And also, the Colossus is very low on HP, which basically means that in a fight, it's already going to be easier to pick that one off. But he really just wants to keep the Colossus count low and dance around. That's why he did it, because the moment that Colossus count is low, you're able to do much more with your Blink Stalkers. If that number climbs, then you're not going to be able to do all that much anymore. I guess that was the reasoning behind it, but if it was worth it, I'm not sure.
HerO has been expanding behind this. Worker tab shows us that he's even got a small probe lead, and he's building Immortals back in his base. Immortals, they do great damage to Colossi when they can get close enough, but Puzzle's got Thermal Lance done, man.
Yeah, army supply right now, Ben. It's 55 against 39, and you're going to have to say that you're going to have to love Puzzle's position.
I guess the other side of that, though, is Puzzle's going to have a hard time leaving his base against HerO because of all these Blink Stalkers.
That's definitely true. But Puzzle doesn't really need to leave his base right now.
Yeah, why would he? Just sit back, keep building Colossi. This is very old school, man. This is...
But it works.
This is just, I mean, I've seen you play a lot of PvPs this way.
Yes, I'm not a man of chains. You know that book, Who Moved My Chains? I never read it. Who moved my cheese?
Who moved my cheese? You gotta move with the cheese, Kev.
Yes, I don't. I still make Colossus. My cheese is still good. Eventually it will come back in fashion. As we can see right now. I found cheese again.
HerO's gonna commit a couple of Stalkers. I don't think these guys are going home, Kev.
I like the number of 4, because that's the exact number you need to one-shot probes. So I think he realized that this is most likely going to be a sacrifice, but he picked up a lot of probes.
These are Blackhawk down Stalkers, man. There is no return trip. They're going to try to blink down into the natural, but there's Immortals waiting for him. Oh, actually, one of them might escape. Run, Billy.
No, so close.
Sucks to be Billy. It's okay. Maybe he can come back as an Immortal.
Worker-wise, HerO has 11 worker lead right now, Ben, and that's starting to be a substantial number. Oh, don't take fights like this, HerO. That's really not what you want to do. These Immortals, they just hammer their way through these.
Puzzle has just stopped building probes, man. He's on 28 probes. He's barely mining anything. And while HerO is bringing in more everything, more minerals, more gas.
HerO was supply blocked, and this time I actually got it straight away. HerO once more killed one of his own probes, and then started the Colossus. He didn't want to wait for the pilot.
Not bad. Sees Puzzle out on the map, and he's just going to go ahead and commit to the base race. And Puzzle's going to go all in as well, and I don't think I like this choice, Kev.
For
Puzzle.
It's going to be risky, no doubt, but he has the much stronger army. I don't think that HerO is going to be able to keep those units alive. That he has his main base. Force field is not going to work. I think it's a pretty decent call, because he can basically just expand over here. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to expand here. Maybe he's going to expand in the main, but he's running quite low on minerals. HerO's already dropping nexuses around the map. I don't think it's a wrong call from Puzzle, because his army is very, very good. Oh! +1 won't be done.
We'll see. These Colossi of HerO have to do some serious damage. Force field is going to go down, and he's going to get
pretty good army.
He's going to get a lot of Zealot kills. So you're right, Kev. It's 2 Colossi. They don't have range though, so eventually Puzzle's going to clean this up just on the back of his Colossi alone. But he's going to lose every one of his Zealots.
Ooh, he almost was able to take out 1 Colossus with these Immortals as well. But Puzzle crushes his army of HerO. But from now on, you're just going to have a full-on base race. Puzzle's going to try to rebuild over here. Worker tab shows us 12 against 12. These guys, man, they just can't play normal PvPs.
No, man, they demand that they be crazy and epic. So the Nexuses will go down. Puzzle has a Nexus back in HerO's natural. And HerO's just going to clean up everything on Puzzle's side of the map, and now it becomes a race to find out who can kill the other guy's stuff.
The thing is, I really think that Puzzle's army is strong enough that he's able to split it up. 2 Colossus, few Stalkers, 1 Immortal in the main. Or even 2 Immortals, and then 2 Colossus with the rest of the units, and 1 Immortal hunt for Nexuses. And I don't think that these Blink Stalkers, well, it's a pretty serious number.
It's really close, man. I mean, these armies, 48 armies apply to 61. And I mean, Colossi, Immortals, they're great. They are so, so good.
But yeah, you're right. Splitting up might be too much of the good stuff. So I guess we're just going to rebuild. Ooh, but HerO actually lost all of his probes, man. Most of the probes that he had, they were not able to make it out of the base, so HerO doesn't really have a choice. And HerO is going to have to make something happen at this army of Puzzle, and that's not going to be possible. This army is too strong.
HerO's got 1 probe somewhere. Where is it?
Yeah, but it's going to take way too long. Puzzle's already mining on 12 probes, so HerO knows if he's going to drag this out, that Puzzle is going to be way ahead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Puzzle can just sit back and eventually he'll be able to rebuild. HerO does not have that luxury.
Nope. He has money for pros, but he doesn't have supply. Oh, he's building pilots. Oh no, he's not. He really just wants to get a real base race going.
Okay, so yeah, I guess in this case, Puzzle's actually completely fine. Puzzle doesn't actually want to leave. No. But he also, well, no, he's got the Observer, so he knows
here we
exactly
go with an offensive blink from HerO. Picks up the first Colossus straight away. Second Colossus taking a lot of damage. All of the Colossus are falling down, but these Immortals, man.
Not gonna matter. HerO's supply just plummeting. GG comes out from HerO, and Puzzle evens up the series. 1 more game remains, Kev.
Pretty ironic game.
Yeah.
Nice PvP series so far. I'm liking it. Meanwhile, we had Chance almost knocking over one of the cameras. That's why we were just slightly distracted. But all good over here, man. In the NASL, 1 more tie-breaking game between HerO and Puzzle to find out who's going to be the #1 seed in the playoffs, who's going to be the #2 seed in the playoffs. So, guys, stay tuned.
Right, guys.
We'll be right back.
Final game.
Game 3.